Just before college applications were due, I went to a house party with my friend Naomi to blow off steam. Bad luck. I ran right into Cole. They were loud, discussing who Cole should lose his virginity to after graduation. Cole, come on, someone jeered. You're finally turning legal. Who's it gonna be? Sadie? Or are you gonna pop the cherry with our lovely it girl here? Cole's voice cut through the noise. Lazy. Arrogant. Knock it off. You're scaring Remy. Remy sat next to him, her cheeks flushed a delicate pink. Look at that, they laughed. The innocent flower sitting right there, and you're keeping your hands to yourself? A regular saint. Cole chuckled. Say that in front of Remy again, and I'll break your jaw. Remy looked up, her eyes shimmering with practiced courage. Actually, I can do it. Blushing furiously, she tucked a box of strawberry-flavored condoms into his pocket. The room erupted in wolf whistles. I froze. My stomach dropped like a stone. I turned to leave. Hey Cole, looks like the wifey is here to check on you. Cole looked up, his eyes locking onto mine. He crooked a finger. Sadie, come here. I had no choice. I walked over. He grabbed my wrist and yanked. I landed hard on his lap. The scent of expensive whiskey and mint hit me, overwhelming my senses. I flinched, turning my head away instinctively. Cole laughed. The sound was low, vibrating against my back. You're so well behaved lately. No jealousy. His hand tightened on my waist, heat radiating through the fabric of my dress. We're both adults. Want to use this with me tonight? I pushed against his chest, my palms sweating. Stop it. People are watching. He stroked my hair like he was petting a dog. Relax. They're just joking. Don't be mad. I'm not mad, I said. My voice was flat. Even. Cole's smirk faltered. Come on. Don't be stubborn. I know you, Sadie. I know exactly what you're thinking. He continued, don't take it out on Remy. She heard we almost broke up and said if you weren't cool with her, she'd back off. She just wants us to be happy. There's nothing going on between us. I smiled. It didn't reach my eyes. MH. I believe you. Don't worry. I didn't come over here for that. Cole paused, his brow furrowing. Then why are you here? Weren't you checking up on me? I looked him dead in the eye. Since when do you like me checking up on you? Relax. I'm just here to grab a drink with my friends. I'm leaving now. Naomi is waiting for me. I gotta go. Chapter 2. I tried to stand up. Cole's hand shot out, his fingers locking around my wrist. Hard. Wait. He pursed his lips, his dark eyes boring into mine. Applications are due soon. Put down USC. With me. He tightened his grip, just for a second, before letting go. We're staying together in college. Walking away from him, my back was damp with cold sweat. I replayed my reaction in my head. Over and over. Did I smile enough? Was I obedient enough? Did I annoy him? I knew the reality. One word from this entitled prince, and my mom would be fired. That night, I stared at the college application portal. The cursor blinked, mocking me. With my grades, I could get into Stanford. One of the best schools in the country. USC was where Remy wanted to go. I sat there, paralyzed. If I went behind Cole's back, if I secretly applied to Stanford, what would he do when he found out? Cole and I started dating sophomore year. He was the school legend. The king. Handsome, top grades, old money. Love letters filled his locker every day. I was nobody. Just a girl with her nose in a book, covered in graphite smudges. Aside from my grades, I was invisible. We were worlds apart. But back then, he made me feel safe. He knew I suffered from low blood sugar. His pockets were always stuffed with fruit candy, just for me. He installed a custom seat on the back of his expensive motorcycle, just so he could ride me home. I came from a single-parent home. My mom had an elementary school education. For years, she scrubbed dishes in restaurants until her hands were wrinkled and raw, earning pennies. Cole knew I was poor. He tried to give me money, constantly. I never took a cent. Because I really loved him. I thought that by refusing his money, I was buying equality. I thought we were standing on the same level. Then, the miracle happened. Shortly after we started dating, my mom landed a dream job. Our financial situation flipped overnight. Mom said she was lucky. Her employer was kind. Families like that usually demand degrees. But they made an exception for her. Full benefits. Flexible time off. Triple her old salary. She didn't have to break her back anymore. She stopped staying up all night worrying about my tuition. I always thought Cole was my lucky star. But when did it start to change? I think it was the day Remy transferred. She was a charity case, just like me. But she was poorer. And prettier. Long, silky hair. Skin like fine porcelain. A soft voice with a southern lilt that made her sound fragile. Day 1, she was crowned the school's new it girl. Day 1, she was called on to read an English passage. The teacher mocked her southern drawl. Remy slumped on her desk and cried for an hour. Half the class surrounded her, comforting her. Including Cole. He stared at her for a long time. After that, he started helping her. Little things. Remy would blush, stammering her thanks, looking at him like he was a god. And slowly, they got closer. Chapter 3. At first, I didn't think too much of it. Just classmates helping classmates. Then came gym class. My blood sugar crashed. The world tilted on its axis. Gray spots danced in my vision. I stumbled over to Cole. Instinct took over. I reached into his pocket for the fruit candy he always kept there for me. He pulled back slightly, spreading his hands. I didn't bring any. I managed a weak laugh. Yeah, right? Who are you kidding? I remembered a time he realized he'd forgotten my candy halfway to school. He turned his motorcycle around, raced to the convenience store, and risked detention just to make sure I had it. I reached in anyway. My fingers brushed against something. Not the wrapper of a fruit chew, but a small, elastic band. A hair tie. My smile stiffened. It felt like plaster cracking on my face. Cole smiled, casual as ever. Remy forgot hers last time and got yelled at for having her hair down. I keep a spare for her now. I stood there. The dizziness from the low blood sugar mixed with a sudden, sharp coldness in my chest. Like a needle piercing right through. After that, I lost count of how many times he broke his own rules for her. Parker, his best friend, always looked down on me. He told everyone I wasn't good enough for Cole. Cole always dismissed it. He's just got a big mouth, Sadie. Ignore him. He's not a bad guy. But the moment Parker made a joke about Remy's southern accent, Cole cut him off. Exploded on him. The custom seat on his motorcycle? It became her reserved throne. We'd been dating for a year. I asked him to pin our chat on iMessage. He refused. It's dangerous, he said. My parents might check my phone. Now, Remy was pinned at the very top. She struggled with English, so he hired a private tutor for her. He used to fight to sit next to me in class. Now, he asked the teacher to swap seats so he could sit next to Remy. To help her study, he claimed. After school, he took her out. Showed her the world she'd never seen. Her first trip to the coast. Her first blue bottle coffee. Her first tasting menu. Remy started calling him Big Brother. She accepted his charity with a terrifying ease. Everyone knew Cole had a new favorite, little sister. Behind my back, they gave me a new nickname. The X. I told myself over and over that he was just being kind. She was the poor transfer student. He was the savior. But it was eating me alive. I took relationships seriously. I didn't want to drift apart over this. I decided to sit him down. To talk. I believed in us. I believed that if I just explained how I felt, Cole would fix it. During our date, I brought up the nickname they gave me. The X. I remembered when Remy got a nickname too. Because of her southern accent and naturally high-pitched voice, some guys called her Squeaky. Cole had exploded. He threatened to beat the hell out of anyone who said it again. I desperately wanted him to protect me like that. But when I told him, he just laughed. Oh, come on, he said, waving a hand. They're just having fun. Don't be so petty, Sadie. My throat tightened. It felt like I'd swallowed a handful of gravel. I couldn't speak. We were sitting across from each other, but Cole wasn't really there. He was swirling the ice in his glass with one hand, his eyes glued to his phone. He was texting Remy. He chuckled at something she wrote. I tried to pull him back to me. Cole, I said, my voice trembling. Can you please listen to me? I'm listening, he muttered, not looking up. Suddenly, a FaceTime request popped up on his screen. He answered it without a second of hesitation. Remy's voice chirped through the speaker, loud and excited. Big brother, guess what? I got my English test back. I'm only 5 points behind you. Only 5? Cole teased. And you're proud of that? It was an accident. I'll beat you next time for sure. Cole laughed. It was a warm, genuine sound I hadn't heard in months. Fine. Then I won't tutor you next time. No. Who asked for your help anyway? I can win without you. All right then. Let's see it. They bickered back and forth. Playful. Intimate. It was like I didn't exist. I sat there frozen. My heart felt heavy, sinking into my stomach like a stone dropped in ice water. Finally, Cole hung up. He blinked, looking at me as if he'd just remembered I was sitting there. Right. Sadie. What were you saying? I pressed my lips together. Cole, Oh, wait. Remy's voice screamed through the phone again. He hadn't fully closed the app. Cole. I left my English notebook at your house last night. Cole burst out laughing again. You idiot. How do you remember anything? Whatever. Just bring it to school tomorrow. Watching them, seeing that spark. I suddenly felt exhausted. It all felt so pointless. After he finally put the phone down, I looked him in the eye. Cole, if you want to break up, just say it. The smile vanished from his face instantly. His brow furrowed. The air around him turned cold. What? Just because I took one phone call? Are you seriously throwing a tantrum over something this small? I told you 1,000 times. She is just a sister to me. I couldn't hold it back anymore. The dam broke. A sister? Do you pin your sister's chat to the top of your iMessage? Do you carry hair ties for your sister? Do you have her at your house every night for tutoring? I continued, and Remy? Does she have any boundaries? Calling you big brother on our date? Sending you selfies every time she buys a shirt? Your gallery is full of her. Cole's voice dropped an octave. Dangerous. You went through my phone? The temperature at the table plummeted. He looked at me with pure, unadulterated ice in his eyes. If you don't trust me, then we have nothing to talk about. He grabbed his jacket, stood up, and walked out of the restaurant. I sat there alone, watching his back disappear through the door. The anger surged, hot and blinding. I wanted to delete his number right then and there. My finger hovered over the delete button for a long time. But in the end, I couldn't do it. I went home. I pulled out a stack of calculus practice exams. And I drowned myself in numbers to stop the pain. Chapter 5. The next day at school, I opened my notebook. There, in the margins of the pages I missed when I was sick, was Cole's handwriting. He had filled in everything. Every equation. Every definition. I felt a pathetic pang in my chest. My resolve wavered. I thought about the good times. The way he used to look at me. I wanted to fix this. I wanted to talk. But Cole was punishing me. He avoided me in the halls. He grabbed his bag the second the bell rang. He left my texts on read. I let out a dry laugh. Fine. If he wanted a Cold War, I'd dig in for the long haul. The next day, Remy approached me. She looked like a deer in headlights. Sadie, please don't be mad at him, she whispered. I didn't know you guys were on a date. He told me I could call him whenever I wanted. She paused, looking at me with wide, innocent eyes. You shouldn't give him a hard time. He stays up so late tutoring me every night. He's exhausted. He doesn't have the energy to deal with your little moods. Please don't break up with him because of me. Since she transferred, this was her entire personality. Smugness wrapped in an apology. A victory lap disguised as concern. Anyone with a brain could see right through her. I opened my mouth to tell her exactly where she could shove her concern. What are you two doing? Cole walked into the classroom. He raised an eyebrow, looking between us. Remy let out a deliberate, fragile cough. I heard you guys were fighting because of me, she said, her voice trembling. I just wanted to help you make up. Cole chuckled. Whether we make up or not has nothing to do with you. Look at you, you're still sick. Stop worrying about other people, dummy. I ignored their little moment. I looked straight at Cole. Cole, I need to talk to you. Alone. Cole's lip curled into a smirk. Sure. What do you want to say? Then came the stifled sob. Cole's face changed instantly. The smirk vanished. Why are you crying? Who hurt you? Remy bit her lip, shaking her head like a brave little martyr. Then, she looked at me. Her eyes filled with terror. Sadie, if you don't like me, just tell me. Why did you have to call me a slut? Why did you tell me to stay away from him because I'm just some poor southern trash? I know I'm poor, but you don't have to humiliate me like that. The classroom went silent. People started gathering. They looked at Remy, sobbing her heart out. Then they looked at me. The whispers started. Did she really say that? That's so mean. I didn't say any of that, I said. My voice was calm, but my blood was boiling. Nobody cared. The more I denied it, the more they glared at me. Even Cole. He looked at me. A long, meaningful look. Then he sighed. He reached out and patted my head, condescendingly. All right, Sadie. It's fine. Just apologize to Remy and we'll drop it. My jaw dropped. He wasn't there. He didn't hear a word. But he chose her. Without a second thought. My reputation? My dignity? It meant nothing to him. I swatted his hand away. Why should I apologize? I didn't say those things. She's making it up. I tried to explain. I tried to defend myself. But his eyes grew cold. He was losing patience with my tantrum. Finally, he laughed. Chapter 6. That laugh was low. Cold. Enough is enough, right? Why are you doing this? I already gave you an out. What more do you want? Cole stepped closer, his voice dripping with condescension. Are you seriously trying to say she framed you? Remy is soft. When she gets bullied, she hides in a corner and cries. If you hadn't pushed her too far, why would she be sobbing like that? His eyes scanned me, full of judgment. Just because your family has a little money now, you think you can bully people beneath you? Did you forget that you used to be a broke charity case who couldn't even afford tuition? My face went pale. The blood drained right out of it. Cole seemed to realize he'd gone too far. He looked away, shifting uncomfortably. Just apologize. Remy is soft-hearted. She won't hold it against you. And neither will I. I swallowed the lump in my throat. I blinked back the tears. I will not apologize. Cole's gaze snapped back to mine. Freezing.